What is that? Holy dooly. Yep, let's bail. Ah! G'day everyone, how you going? Hope you're having a good day today. And today is a busy one. I've had quite a few computers come in, and I've had two of the similar problem come in today, both having heat issues and not running well. This one here, he said it just overheats and won't go at all. And the one behind here, she says she plays on it, but it keeps having pausing and stuttering and everything, and she thinks the dust is causing overheats. This one, I looked on the back of the radiator. This is the radiator here. I've checked on the back of it, and there's not a lot of dust filled up, but it's blowing out the back, so that's not where the dust is. The dust should be here, so but I'm not seeing a huge amount. There's a little bit of dust on the bottom, surface dust here and there. It's not getting blocked as such, so I'm thinking most likely it's the pump head may have failed on the liquid cooler, but I'll have to confirm that later, and also, you know, get the dust out, of course. But I don't think the dust is what's causing it. It's possible there's dust in the graphics card connection or RAM connections. So that's this one. This is a pre-built from Aftershock, which is a gaming PC manufacturer in Australia. Aftershock isn't too bad, but they tend to be overpriced, so for what you get. And he's kind of aware of that, but didn't want the hassle of making his own one. So I said, I build PCs. All right, let's move this over here. So this is the second one. That screw's going everywhere. This one, the dust looks a lot worse. It's another one of these door things. Like, is this a trend or something? Like doors? Anyway, you look in this one and you can see straight away the dust is actually quite severe. Yeah, there's a lot, and it's just caked on everything. So this one, even though she said it hasn't crashed, I'm almost certain the dust is the issue. It just needs a really good clean out, and I'm gonna have to strip it right down, basically, give it a really good clean, and then put it back together. Hopefully that'll get the temperatures down, new thermal paste across, of course, and then hopefully that'll make it run better. But first of all, I want to get a baseline of like how bad it is. So I will turn this one on and see what the temperatures are like. So yeah, let's do that now. We'll turn it on and we'll see how bad the temps are. Alright, back to that. Let's do the stress test and we'll see if we get a problem. Here we go. We're hitting 84, 87, 88 miles per hour, 89, 90, yep. So yeah, it's definitely running way too hot. I'm going to stop it right there. I don't want to damage anything. So yeah, definitely the CPU is getting super hot. That's way too high. All right, so this will be a job of dusting out new thermal paste and retesting, and we'll see if that improves it. Okay, let's go get computer 2. And computer 2 is the one with the liquid cooler, and we're going to see if the liquid cooler has failed or not on that one.
A few moments later.
Alright, I've got the liquid cooler one hooked up, and this one I do want to just go straight to the BIOS, so I'm going to hit the delete key till I get in. Fans are a lot louder on this one, which is not a good sign. Alright, so we got the core temperature up the top there. Now what I want to know is if the... Oh, I got some grinding. So we have a grinding fan as well. That's never good. Yeah, the temperatures are soaring for a liquid cooler. That's not right. What is that? Holy dooly. Yep, let's bail. Ah! Alright, so that escalated pretty fast. The temperature just rocketed up, and there's no way I was going to let it boot any further or stay on any longer. Pretty comprehensive that the liquid cooler is gone. There was grinding noises coming from some of the fans on the liquid cooler, I think, or it might even been the pump head, I'm not sure. But yeah, definitely needs a new cooler. So I will have to get onto the customer about that one and quote him a liquid cooler. It's just a deep cool, so it's a pretty inexpensive one, but I'll probably see if I can get him a slightly better one that's a bit better quality. The other one is just going to be dust and thermal paste, and I think that one's going to be fine. And in the end, both will be fine once we change that liquid cooler. I give it a dust out, should be fine. I might see if I can get a anti-sag bracket for his graphics card, because I noticed on that one, on the liquid cooler one, it didn't have any anti-sag, and the card's already looking like it's dipping a little bit. So yeah, we'll get that sorted out and go from there. All right, I will catch you in a minute. I'm still recovering from those temperatures soaring. Things are about to get very icky, to say the least. All right, so I just wanted to show you the extent of the dust in the one that's just running a bit hot, rather than the liquid cooler one, which is waiting on a new cooler to come in. But yeah, I'm about to pull this all apart. But yeah, just wanted to show you how much dust is in there. It's pretty bad. She's tried to wipe down the bottom here, but not got right at the back. But there's caked on dust everywhere. So yeah, needs a thorough clean out. And on the back of it, check this out. It is just full on dust down there. Yeah. Really needs a good clean. I'm guessing the bottom filter will be completely blocked where the power supply is, so the power supply won't be able to breathe very well. Right, let's get this thing partially pulled apart so I can dust it out properly. Check that out. That is horrendous. It's absolutely filthy in there. I am not surprised they are having so many problems, and what I am surprised is that this thing still works. So yeah, we'll get this out in the garage and we'll give it a good dust out and bring it back in and put it all back together and fresh paste, and we'll then check the temperatures again, and I think we'll have a much better result. All right, see you soon. All right, I just finished dusting it all out, and you saw all that, and put it all back together. Looks a lot cleaner inside. I'll show you in a sec. But we're now idling around about 42, which is way better than it was. It was in the 50s during idle. But what I've discovered is when I stress it, I'll just fire it up again. The temps are still climbing up to the 80s. So as you can see, it's now already in the over 80 degrees, and it just keeps climbing. It's not as fast as now, but it's still too high for my liking. Like, I prefer CPUs to be in the 70s if I can. So what I'm going to do, I'll just stop this here. I've actually ordered a deep cool AK40, I think it is. Let me just check what I ordered. Oh, AK400. Okay, so ordered an AK400 from Deep Cool. They're in stock at my local store, so I'm just going to quickly duck down there and grab one, and I'm going to install that. It's only like 40 bucks or so, 40, 50 bucks for the cooler, and I'm pretty sure it's going to make a massive difference to the temps. So idling is fine, but what I'm going to do now is I will fire up Valley Benchmark from Unigine. They've got a 3060 in here, and I just want to make sure there was an awful lot of dust in the graphics card as well, so I need to ascertain if there's a problem with the graphics card paste, because if it's been running super hot, it's probably dried out. Okay, we're looking for the hotspot. Hotspot is 81 and normal is 66, 6782. So 6782, so that means if we bring up calc, it's 15. It's right on the threshold. You want it to be between 10 to 15 difference between your hotspot and your actual GPU reading. So it's getting close. It's 69, 70, 84 now, that's 14. So it's 14, 15 degrees. It's acceptable, but it probably could be better. But it's not crazy bad or anything. It's not like 20 degrees difference or anything like that. So probably not bad enough for me to pull apart the card and redo its paste. I think the main issue is the CPU's overheating, getting too hot. But with the amount of dust that was in there, I'm surprised this computer hasn't like crashed yet. All right, so I'll hop down to the shop and I'll go get that cooler, and that should improve the CPU temps quite a bit. I will also have to check the BIOS version on this, and I'll update the BIOS to the latest version because I've got a feeling it'll be out of date. Actually, let's go do that now. Okay, so we've got a Mag B550 Mortar Wi-Fi. So when I first put this computer back together after the dusting, it actually wouldn't boot. It kept stopping on the CPU light, which was a bit concerning, but then so I pulled the heatsink off again, reseated the CPU, put it all back together, and then it was the RAM light came up. Then I had to pull the RAM out, reseated it all again, put it all back together, and then it couldn't find the hard drive, and then I had to redo that too. So yeah, the dust was so bad, it just, even after cleaning it, I had to re-clean things again, and then it all started working fine. Let's look up this BIOS. Okay, so the BIOS version is 2021. Yeah, it's a bit old. Let's see if there's a new one. So I'm going to look this board up.
A few moments later.
So the latest BIOS came out on the 30th of September 2025. So yeah, it definitely needs to be done, and it'll probably help improve stability and all that sort of stuff. All right, I'll let this finish and I'll come back to you when it's done. So yeah, there it is installed. So it barely fits in the case for height, because it's a lot taller, but it fits in perfect. The glass is like going to get nowhere near it. But yeah, something to be aware of though, when you get a tower cooler like that, just make sure your case is wide enough. It's not going to stick out outside the case. All right, now that we've got that set up, we're going to rerun that test and see what our temps are like. See that? Yep, you definitely can. All right, let's give it some stress and let's see if we can get below 80. Well, look at that. It got to 71 and started flattening out. Before we were going up to 80 and then slowly climbing 82, 83, 84. This one is flatlining at 71. So I'd say that's a lot better. That's at least 10 degrees cooler. So it was definitely worth putting it on, and that's just going to help the computer run a lot better. These AMD chips run hot, or the 3000s did anyway. All right, so that is fixed.
All right, you GTX 960, you need to do better. Oh, I didn't see you there. Well, hello. I'm guessing you've landed here because Tim, once again, has gone way too long with his video, and he's going to have to make a two-parter. So I'll help him out since he's so busy editing, and say, what is it now? Thanks for watching to the end, and please like and subscribe to see more content. Yes, that's it. And I'm guessing he'll get the video out soon for part 2, and then you can see what happens. Sorry about that. And I will work on motivating him. Anyway, I'm busy now. I have to go because I got to get this GTX 960 working much better, because NVIDIA and AI have made things too expensive for me to get a better graphics card. So this one has to make up for it. So take care, and I'll see you around. All right. What did I say about going faster?